Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the Puck Drops here. Give me 1 second. Welcome to the Puck Drops here. We've got Texas A&M football. Aggies are back. Aggies are back in business. Last time you saw me, I was live streaming the bowl game against North Carolina. Well, A&M is back. Here's a handoff. And it'll be pitched by the freshman King out there. A wide out over to the 40 for Texas A&M, and it's a first down. A&M coach Jimbo Fisher said this team's good enough. Smith with the carry. This team's good enough to beat Alabama. We sure hope so. They're the third-ranked team in the SEC behind Georgia and Alabama, and they're second in division behind Alabama ranked. Alabama right now is at halftime. They're beating Miami, and Georgia is playing in a little bit against Clemson, third-ranked Clemson. So A&M, this big game against a bad team in Kent State. Here's a screen by the freshman King, and they'll take that for a first down. Hines with the tackle for Kent State, but they get the carry. They get the carry to Connor Cook, the running back Connor Cook, and they're going to run the ball because this team needs to run the ball, this Texas A&M Aggies team. King hands off there, and here's Cook again running free. Cook breaks a tackle, and then finally 20 yards on the rush. Actually, that was Spiller, not Cook, excuse me. The 1-2 punch tandem of Spiller and Cook. And the veteran Spiller, who was real good last year, gets 20 yards on that rush, and they're making the Kent State defense look silly. Hey, Trent. Oh, Penn State fan. All right. Ball at around the 28-yard line of Kent State. The A&M offense just marching against the flashes. Here's a handoff for about 3 yards, and the first flag of the Texas A&M season comes. And here we go. Who do you guys play? I didn't watch that much college football today. I watched that much TV anyway. And that'll be holding against one of the offensive linemen for A&M.
One of the best offensive linemen in the country playing right tackle gets called for the hold. And this is just a good situational time early in this game for their young.
And it's just give me a second to get the guy who it is. It's one of the best offensive linemen in college football, Kenyon Green, who's playing left tackle. A humble Texas native. Most players, as you would assume, are Texas natives. Haynes King is from Longview, Texas. That's the freshman quarterback. As Kellen Mond got drafted by Minnesota. And King throws behind the line of scrimmage. It's caught. It's caught there by Jalen Weidermeyer, who had a real great year last year in the red zone. And he'll lose yards. And we got Richardson, one of the linebackers, down for Kent State on the field here in the home opener for A&M. And that screen, I thought Weidermeyer was going to go a bit, but Richardson with the tackle, but he is shaken up a little bit. And they look like they'll probably go to – will they? Yes. They'll go to a quick commercial for the injury timeout. So, I don't know. That commercial right now. Wisconsin won 16-10. Okay, nice. Also, I know I was a bit late, but I just had to fix something for the stream. So that's why that took forever. But, yeah. I just missed the kickoff, I think, like the first play from scrimmage. But after that, I didn't miss anything else. They usually don't start right at 8, so I was kind of thinking they were going to take 15 minutes to start the actual game. But, no, they went right on it. We will have a stream on Thursday for the NFL game, but I don't but yeah, this will probably be the last stream until then. And I'll try to stream college football, but again, I'm only going to stream A&M and only if I can get the game. And it's a lot easier if it's on like ESPN or what is it, CBS or whatever. They have the SEC, but this is on ESPNU, so it's like kind of difficult to get sometimes. I said that wrong. We beat Wisconsin 16-10. Oh, Wisconsin usually has a good team, so that's good for you guys. I don't really care about Penn State. I don't mind them or like them. I just don't care. Still in commercial right now, just if you guys are wondering.
Entertaining is so easy, you don't have to find new reasons to celebrate. Wing trays, grilling essentials, and desserts.
It was a big win. Wisconsin was ranked 12 and Penn State 19. Yeah, it's kind of funny, though, because you know the Flyers, you're a Flyers fan. The reason why I bring that up out of nowhere is because Wisconsin, the way they play, remind me of the Flyers. Like, one year they can kind of underachieve, and then the next year they just blow teams out of the water. And usually after they overachieve, they underachieve. So I'm not saying it's not a big win. I'm just saying this might be a year where Wisconsin doesn't win as much.
Welcome aboard. So happy to be here, Dave. Thank you. Texas A&M is celebrating the centennial anniversary of the 12-man guys.
This is unbelievably, this is the 100th anniversary of the original 12th man. Yes, Seattle, the original 12th man. They're explaining the story on TV, but I'll explain the story for you. There was a recently graduated football player in 1922 who was in the stands, and there were only 11 players. There are 10 players to play or whatever. So they suited up this graduated senior to play football because they didn't have any seniors. So that was what the 12th man came from. And it's the 100th anniversary of something special to this great football program. That the 2nd and 21 turns into a 3rd and short, thanks to a really heads up pass by the young quarterback. And that's a good outlet pass to the outside there. And a good catch by Caleb Chapman, the wide receiver that plays tight end. So great pass out by Haynes King. King in the shotgun. Spiller's in the backfield. King, shotgun snap. He's got it. Pocket. And there's King throwing on the run. He's got a man to the 12-yard line. Chase Lane. First down, Aggies. If you remember last year, A&M won a nail-biter against the team they were supposed to blow out of the water. So this first drive, and they didn't score many points. So this first drive is really big, especially if you believe that this team can go places and get to the playoff for the first time ever and try to win a national championship. King under center. They've got Tobias Smith in the slot. King, handoff. And Spiller gets 2 yards, and that's it. And it's 2nd and 8.
You talked about this. King is in pretty good hands. He has skill around him at the running back position, some playmakers.
King is a young quarterback, as we've mentioned, but he's got some good receivers. He's got a good offensive line. There was that penalty, but he's got a good offensive line. They give 2nd and 9, not 2nd and 8. But yeah, the marker is at the 1-yard line. That's where they have to go. Haynes King fakes the run. Now it's going to throw over the middle. Caught by Weidermeyer to the 5-yard line. And it will be 3rd and 4. And I don't mind going for it on 4th down if they don't get it. That's a short pass to Weidermeyer, but Kent State studied the tape going, they're going to throw the ball to this guy a lot. Let's have bodies on him, and that's what they did. They had guys right all over Jalen Weidermeyer. Weidermeyer, who will likely go to the NFL this year after the season is over in the draft. Shotgun snap. for King. King stays in the pocket. Good presence. Throws. Touchdown! Smith. 6-0 Aggies. Texas A&M strikes first. And the 12th man loves it as the Rockets blare here in College Station. What a heads-up throw there by the freshman. His first touchdown pass as an Aggie. The extra point is up, and it's good. So it's 7-0. But the freshman, Haynes King, with his first touchdown pass as a Texas A&M Aggie. To Smith, the veteran, it's 7-0 A&M. So, again, the score is now 7-0 Texas A&M early in this first quarter. And Kent State won the coin toss. They deferred, so A&M got the ball. Will get the ball for the first time. A&M got the ball, moved down the field, and scored. They're going to move up a lot because they beat a team ranked better. And Miami and Indiana were also teams ranked. Oh, Miami did lose to Alabama. Okay, good to know. LSU might lose today. LSU doesn't have a great team. And I would hope LSU loses because SEC. Yeah, I don't. Even if A&M blows these guys out, we probably don't move. It's Kent State. They're not a very good team. Now I don't know per se who we play next. I don't think it's anybody big, but it might be an okay team. Are you showing? No, I apologize, Didi. I'm not showing the game because I will get copyrighted. I would love to. But listen, I'm not going to make anything up. I'm going to call the game as I see it so you can trust me. But I'm not showing the game. I can't. You won't really find many live streams that can. We have Colorado next. Oh, that should be good. Yeah, we should have an issue with them. They're decent. They have a decent team, but we shouldn't have a problem with them. That's also, I'm almost positive on CBS, so I can get that. That'll be in the afternoon, and I can get that a lot easier than this. How can I watch for free? It's on ESPNU. It's on ESPNU, so if you have Fubo TV or if you just have ESPNU package, isn't college football now 12-team play? I don't think so. I think it's still 16 playoffs. Then we play New Mexico and then Arkansas, Mississippi State, and Alabama. Yeah, that's down the line. You don't have ESPN anything? I guess you could look online to see if you could find it for free, but I don't know. I thought they changed. I'll check it out. If they didn't change it, then we don't need to beat Alabama to get in the playoff. But if they did, we probably still do. If they didn't.
Back in 2001, Texas A&M honored those who lost their life in 9/11 attacks by dressing this stadium in red, white, and blue.
No, it's still 6. No, it's still 4, Trent. Thank you, fellow Aggie fan. Yep, gig 'em, absolutely. Let's go. Let's win it all this year. But I will stream almost every Aggies game I can that I'm allowed to. You know, I deal with college and everything. And if you're wondering, well, how would it be hard? A&M, you just go to the game. I don't go to college at A&M. I go to college at Montclair State University in New Jersey. But I've just always been an A&M fan since I was a younger kid. So that's been always since I go to a D3 school. I always root for the D1 school. No, it's proposed, but they didn't change it yet. Dustin Crum coming up for Kent State, and they've got some substitutions coming onto the field. They've got the helmets look like the old San Diego Chargers, except white and yellow. So Crum will be in the shot. A&M's got to come up with a stop here. They get the ball back. That would be good. Everybody's buzzing here. You would think they're playing Mississippi State or Alabama or somebody like that, not Kent State, the way everybody's buzzing. Short pass over the middle and a first down. Over for Johnson, the small slot receiver. Thank you for the like, whoever gave me that. In the shotgun is Crum. Crum for Kent State. A&M blitz the rush. The rush goes for 5 yards. To the 35-yard line goes Kent State. Shotgun snap for Crum, just like that. And Crum goes down. A sack by the defense for the Aggies. First sack of the season. There is a flag on the play after Crum got crumpled. And yes, I meant to do that. Oh, a face mask against A&M, so that sack is wiped away. So Crum fakes the run, and he tries to go the read option. He's immediately taken down. Where's the face mask? They got him on the shoulder. I don't like that call, guys. I don't like that call by the referees. Well, they get 15 yards and are just outside midfield. That's unfortunate, I guess. And trying to spin up the middle was Bangda. And right back to the line of scrimmage he goes. Second and 11. Well, he did lose a yard, actually. That's what they're saying. Not back to the line of scrimmage. Movement by Jashawn Polk for Kent State. Crum goes back to the shotgun. 3 guys are wide. Nobody to the right. There is a handoff. And going nowhere was that Marquez Cooper? I believe so. One of the running backs actually on this team for Kent State is Shakai Carson, who's actually close to who's went to high school close to where my college is. My college in West Orange, New Jersey. Here is a throw back to the side, and they got Crum got his man. A first down, another first down for Kent State. Dante Cephas. And Cephas had to break one tackle. He did, and moves the chains. Play action fake, and getting out of it is Crum. Crum is running room. Crum is out at the 12-yard or 13-yard line. The Kent State Flashes have found themselves into the red zone, which is not good. That was right outside at the 45-yard line of A&M, and now it's at the A&M 13. A quarterback rush when there was coverage down the field. Crum, hands off. Some running room for their running back. Was that Dotson? Might have been. Crum in the shotgun. Markers at the 2. Handoff again. Stuffed. Cooper was the running back, and he was just bottled up by this ferocious Aggie defense. The tackle, which was made by Fatal Diggs. Second and goal for the Flashes. Crum, shotgun snap. Gets it back. He's stuffed. He tried the read option. This is not a penalty. What a sack. Getting on the rush there was Shemer Turner, the freshman out of DeSoto, Texas, with a great sack. And it's 3rd and goal. Or 4th and goal. Because they're going for a field goal here. Yeah, it must have been 4th and goal. Must have misread the downs. 30-yard attempt for Kent State. Kick is up. It is good. Andrew Glass kicks the first points of the Kent State season. 5:23 to go in the first quarter. The good guys, 7. The Flashes, 3.
Break free from expectations. Defy boundaries and anything in your way. Dare to defy. Calvin Klein Defy, the new men's fragrance.
Me, 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 me. Me, 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 me. Me, no, me. Me, no, me. Me, no, me. Me.
In a relentless world, connected but alone, trapped by illusion. But there is another path, where the battle to belong begins.
Look at this crazy calzone from those brainiacs at Little Caesars. Some more pizza, more calzone. Pizza, calzone, unused pizza, calzone.
We are not big pizza, we are Little Caesars. The new crazy calzone for $8.49.
Pizza. The unstoppable spirit lives inside all of us. Her magnificent Q. It's fueled by family, with a business backed by an unbreakable bond and a passion to innovate. They've become leaders in last mile transportation. That's why First Horizon is proud to celebrate unstoppable spirits like Matarisa. From the first stop to the final destination, we use our understanding to keep our clients on their unique path.
Yeah. Oh, that's what you wanted to do. Week by week scores. So I don't know how that would work, but that could be fun. Not exactly how that would work. No, that's not what I mean. Not how you do the screen, but how we would like do a show or whatever on it. That's what I'm saying. Not how to do it. That's easy. I could do that easily, but that's not what I was saying. I mean, that's what I was saying. That's not what I meant by I didn't know it. Yeah, I know. I could think about it.
So anyway, now if we my lay baby team, I don't know what he's talking about. We never had that conversation.
Or we could do it like on another stream. I guess we could bring it up on like the Tampa stream on Thursday.
You're watching the SEC on ESPN. Bryant College Station, home of the 12th man, Kyle Field, as this 2021 season is underway, and some of the things that we're, I guess, going back to a normal schedule, 8 conference games, eliminated the intra-conference transfer rule, so now teams, you guys can kind of move around at will. And one of the things I think is a hot topic, Kelly, down there at the bottom.
Oh my God! Every team, every game. Like I did my NFL predictions, but not like that. No. Oh my God! I don't know. I'd have to just go week to week. I guess I don't know. Yeah, once a week. We could do it like right before the stream or something. I don't know, or like the next week. What squibbed kick by Kent State, and my God, they whiffed it. Texas A&M is going to get the ball. They were going to get the ball anyway, but I don't know what Kent State was trying to do. I think they were trying to like almost onside kick it. But it's squibbed out of bounds and no kick out of bounds, but still, so the ball's at around, I think this is in Kent State territory or just outside midfield for A&M. They got incredible field position. Ridiculous field position. Yeah, we can do it like every like Thursday night stream. We could do it. That's a good idea. I have one class on Thursday, but it's earlier, and I can get other work done at other times. So this guy, King, was a 3-sport athlete last year in high school. Football, basketball, and track. And here's a handoff into Kent State territory. Past the 35 to the 33 of Kent State. And A&M's already marching after one rush. That was Spiller. Hey, Nathan, what's up? It's good to see you. We got the A&M game right now. It's 7-3 Aggies, but they've got the ball at the Kent State 33 because Kent State went down the field and scored a field goal and then had an awkward kick that went out of bounds off an A&M player. And so they got the ball at the A&M 45 and then just got to the 33 just like that. Here's a handoff trying to get by with some more space. A fantastic stiff arm, but only getting 3 yards on that was the back for Texas A&M, Anaya Smith. Padres about to miss the – what do you mean the Padres are going to miss the playoffs? My God, were we wrong about the Padres and the Mets? The Mets, though, organization is just – I can't even – they blew a 9-0 lead today. I know they won, but they blew a 9-0 lead. Oh, Anaya Smith was wide open at the 10. He got the ball, but he ran before he caught it, so he dropped the ball. They would have had the ball at the red zone, and possibly with 2 broken tackles, it would have been touchdown Aggies. But no catch. It'll be second down. We are a half game behind the wild card spot. So I would assume the Dodgers have the first wild card spot, but who has the second? Yeah, we've not been great this month either. I don't know how much you've been Reds. Oh, okay. So they overtook you guys. I don't know how much you've been seeing the Mets. If you've been hearing all the garbage about the Mets and the organization and the drunk driving and the thumbs down. I don't know how much in this is third down now as he missed the throw in the end zone. But in California, I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know how much you were seeing about that. But I'm in New York. I'm right outside New York. Like Montclair is 15 minutes outside New York. So the New York media, all we heard was Mets. That was third down. It's 4th and 7. So the Aggies have to go for a deep field goal from the Kent State 40. The kick is up. It is good. 10-3 Aggies. Small drain the kick. And the A&M Aggies go up by 7 again. With 4:11 to go in the first quarter. They've got a touchdown lead as they'll be kicking back to Kent State. So they got a short field and they turned it into a field goal. So go up by 7. Nathan, they're not a playoff team, but they're pretty close to one. I think the Red Wings are going to do great this year. I can't wait to stream a bunch of their games. You go get Nielkovic, who you think's going to be your franchise goalie. That's okay, Trent. But you go get Nielkovic, who you think's going to be your franchise goalie. He can be, and even if he isn't, you go draft a guy that I apologize for the noise. Somebody's blowing up fireworks here, even though that's illegal in the state of New Jersey. But anyway, and you get a bunch of free agents. You re-sign Bobby Ryan. Oh, also, I want to let you guys know, we'll wait till the kick is over. Taken at the goal line by Kent State. They're going to run it out to the 15, to the 20, past the 25, to the 28 of Kent State. So they'll get the ball there with 4:02 to go. We wanted to let you know. Yeah, I don't know if Sider's ready yet to come. He may, I don't think he's ready for the NHL yet, but although they signed Philip Hronik, and I know you're a Hronik guy, I'm not, but I wanted to let you guys know, since you guys are fans of me and everything, that you guys know the radio show that I constantly talk about, my radio show, and here, listen to Zoom, or we're going to Zoom, listen to it on this station. Well, guess what? Coming up next Monday, not on Monday, but I have a YouTube channel. It's called, go watch my video, please. It's funny. Oh, I might. Here's a running play to the 45. Wow, what good yardage there by Cooper, the running back. who's been there. But let me explain, Nathan. Not this coming Monday, but next Monday, the 13th of September, we're going to have the radio show live in studio for the rest of semester. So it's going to be from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern. So that is about that is 1 to 2 for you, Nathan. Yeah, I know. I'm just letting you know. And if for some reason you're like at lunch or whatever, if you want to call in, I don't have the number for you, but I'll send it on the Discord when I get back to school, the number to the radio station, so you guys, if you wanted to call in. But that's when it'll be, 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern. We're going to have our live show for an hour, or 4 to 5 Eastern. We're going to have our show live for an hour where we'll talk all about hockey. So it's really exciting. I wanted to let you guys know that. Also, while I was talking, State went through after they got that big first down rush, went 3 and out. So they will be punting out to the Aggies. No team has punted today. This will be the first punt of the season for Kent State and the first punt return chance for A&M with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Oh, wow. Punt will down at the 9 and then picked up by Anaya Smith, but Anaya Smith was so close to the sideline he could only get a yard. So A&M will get the ball at their 10. Oh, how about that? There's college football tomorrow, Florida State and Notre Dame. I'm not streaming it, guys. I'm not streaming it, but it is good to see that is there.
The season hasn't started yet. You tell me if you're all in about 6 weeks. I'll tell you on Tuesday. How about that? Jack Cohn's going to take over for Notre Dame.
So Aggies not in great field position, unlike when they were in good field position before and got the field goal. Also, it should be noted, we were talking about how the Mets are just not doing well. They're losing 5-1 to Washington today. I know that they played them earlier and won, but still. That 9-0 comeback, it was ridiculous that they even let him back in the game. Spiller takes a 5-yard rush, and it's second down and short. And they're going to do a lot of running here. You can see that. Jalen Weidermeyer only was targeted once, and he was tackled off the screen. Actually, targeted twice, and they immediately tackled him. So he hasn't gone to Weidermeyer because they've had coverage on the red zone threat. Shotgun snap and a handoff to Spiller. And a first down for the Aggies just past the 15-yard line. Or excuse me, he's past the 20-yard line. 15-plus touches for Spiller. The Aggies are 13-0. When he's under 15 touches, they're 4-6. In his career in A&M, Spiller. Shotgun snap, they pressure. A throw down the sideline, and he was looking for Weidermeyer. And incomplete as the sun is out and shining here in the late evening in Texas.
There are some people in the country that are calling Weidermeyer maybe the best tight end in the land, kind of a true NFL guy.
A lot of pundits saying Jalen Weidermeyer is the best tight end in college football, and I'm an A&M guy. I don't think so. I think he's had a lot of inconsistencies, but when he gets the ball, he is an X factor in all caps. So they know that they have to be careful about him. Scrambling for now a first down, breaking a tackle and going down at the 34-yard line of A&M. It's an Aggie first down. Great rush for the mobile freshman quarterback, King. And Haynes King had the ball out for a good 5 yards up like this. Like I might pump and throw, and then just went for a rush, was able to scramble a little bit, break some tackles, but then kind of went down so he didn't, fumble the ball. It's the first thing I was thinking. Like, don't be crazy with it. And he wasn't. Shotgun snap, King. King, thinking read option, he's going to just run himself for about 4 yards. And it'll be second down. He was hit hard, but he is back up to his feet. And I don't think they want him to run too much, though. Not that he's not mobile, but more because they want him to get hurt running all the time. Shotgun snap for King. King setting up, getting out of trouble. King scrambling. King throws on the run over his body. Jalen Weidermeyer caught it by the 50. What a throw. What a throw by the young kid. The freshman. Haynes King with a dart to Weidermeyer. And Weidermeyer went down low to catch it for the first down, and the first quarter is in the books. 10-3 A&M after 1 quarter of play, and they are just outside midfield. And what a way to end the quarter. A supreme dart by King to Weidermeyer, and the Aggies are marching for more points.
We worked very hard for almost 2 years to bring us close to in-network in all our facilities. We treat every type of pathology and illness and surgical intervention, taking that patient's needs and building the rehab program around that goal and attainment.
This Labor Day weekend, we're celebrating the amazing 30 years of Bob's Discount Furniture. 30 years of the famous Bob's Discount on furniture, mattresses, and more. With thousands of in-stock items ready to ship to your door. 30 years of treasure hunts at my outlets where you can find one-of-a-kind values to take home today. And 30 years of growth is one of the fastest-growing furniture retailers in the country with 150 Bob's Discount Furniture locations coast to coast. Come celebrate Bob's Discount Furniture's 30th anniversary this Labor Day weekend.
It was a code 10, hard water again. Worst part is Claire was unaware.
Hey, call again. The water makes my skin and hair feel like I'm 90.
Okay, are you 90?
I'm not.
Okay, secondly, how do you feel about high-efficiency water softeners from Culligan Water?
What?
And thirdly, how do you feel about smoother skin and luxurious hair?
Goodly. I feel very good about that.
That's the power of water. Stay soft, right?
Stay soft.
Good water doesn't just cover you. Oh, wait. In this case, yes, it should. Thanks for having me. I'm drinking water, too. It's canned water, so I'm hydrating also. I see you had your birthday. Thanks for the invite. That's cool. I don't hold it against you. I'm excited to be on Drinks with Vince.
Welcome to Allstate, where our new auto rates are so low, you'll just enjoy it. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Check a call for a lower auto rate today.
Whatever stereotype you're going to try to put on me is going to fit. That's for sure. Because there's no stopping me.
Ask your healthcare provider if Big Tarby is right for you. And visit BigTarby.com to view the important facts.
Kevin Pillar, it was 4-1, not 5-1, Nats. Kevin Pillar's just made it 4-3. So there's some solace. But again, we don't need to have drama against these bad teams. Washington's not a great team. Miami's atrocious. You can't be losing to these teams. Can't be struggling to these teams. Because the Mets are better than both Miami and Washington. Frankly, I think they're better than Philadelphia, but they trail the Phillies in the standings.
This has helped my hands so much. These things work. Feel better with copper-infused compression. Ask for it by name. Copper-Fit compression gloves.
Hey, welcome back to ESPN College Football Primetime, presented by Dr. Pepper's.
So we're back. Start the second quarter here in College Station. And the fans still a bit boisterous, but not completely crazy, but everybody is standing there in white shirts and ready for the Aggies to try to see what they can do on this drive.
Decision-making, distributing the football, all of those things. Good start for him.
Shotgun snap for Haynes King. 2 running backs in the backfield. Got a few wideouts out. Fakes the handoff. Spiller goes. King airs it out. Looking for a man. Tipped, incomplete, and A&M wants a penalty. There's none given. For PI, there are no flags as he had the wide receiver. Is it Connors? I believe it was.
Because of injuries, he's been called on to quarterback South Carolina, and Ocho threw 4 touchdowns. Yeah, with 3 weeks ago, he was a
No, excuse me, Chapman. He had Chapman in the end zone. Chapman wide open. Also some SEC news. South Carolina is schooling one of the smaller teams. Florida's winning 14-0, and we're scoreless in Clemson against the Tigers in Georgia. Not sure who I want to win that game. Haynes King steps up, throws off the back foot, wide open, but he missed Spiller. The running back. Spiller would have had it and only had to beat one man, and it probably would have been a touchdown, and he knows it. He's sick about it. Wasn't the greatest throw in the world. I thought the throw to the end zone was a bit better, and Spiller did not really read that well. He's 7 of 12 for 62 yards and a touchdown pass is Haynes King.
So you have to really drop that into the bucket, especially a running back that's going away from you. They're not used to catching the ball at that angle.
Kent State thinks about rushing up the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd down. Haynes King has it. They try to pressure. He ran into one of his offensive linemen, then has to scramble Manziel-like. King tries to go back. He reverses field. King reverses field again. Good blocking, no flags. King's going to try to run for the first down. He's going to get it. Whoa! What a run by King. He reversed field, spun by several defenders, shades of Manziel the way he did it, and just rushed to the other side, waited for all the defensemen to gap up. Now, this won't work against the Crimson Tide, but against Kent State, this is beautiful. He went right, he went left again after he started left, and then was able to rush this for about 12 yards. What a play by Haynes King. If you can't throw the ball deep, just do some crazy jukes. 3 rushes for 29 yards today for King now. He steps in the shotgun. Ball at the 38 of Kent State. A handoff and A&M took a timeout before King snapped the ball. Jimbo Fisher is hot. I don't know what he's annoyed at. You know what I think? As he's yelling at King, I think that wasn't the play. I think that wasn't the play, guys. What he did, I think he called his own number, and I think he was supposed to dump it or throw it out of bounds or whatever, because I think it was afraid that they were going to lose, like, ridiculous field position. So Jimbo Fisher was kind of like helpless from the sideline. I mean, they got better field position with the run, but I think he thought disaster was going to strike. And I don't think this is something where Jimbo Fisher has to correct it now. I think he says, hey, there are certain teams you can find that out. When we play Alabama, when we play LSU, you can't do that. I don't even think they can do that next week against Colorado. But he had the chance to do it, and he was able to do it. So I don't know why you kind of call it timeout.
Would be protected and grow through the years. That's the real story of how the princess wrote her home securely ever after.
AIG proudly supports all professionals taking care of families.
We're at commercial right now because of the timeout, if you're wondering. Oh, I'm tired.
and get this free charcoal brush. Subscribe today, risk-free at proactive.com, and get this free charcoal brush.
Fansville is back, and everything has changed. College athletes can be in commercials now.
Dr. Pepper, it's the one DJ deserves.
I want to be in a commercial.
Will you make me the happiest man alive?
Coastal University?
I thought we decided to stay. No, that's what people say.
I don't even know.
The big day is finally upon. The question is, will Jay and Natalie cross the goal line as one?
The trade's not cool, but that's what's deserving. Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve.
There's a wrong with the global base world of this place. Just playing this game and flat flat.
Yeah.
The truth?
No! Of course not!
What we do in the shadows. All new Thursdays on FX. Now streaming FX on video.
Kelly Stalfer mentioned Johnny Manziel. Well, just to jog your memory, this was the last time A&M beat Alabama. Of course, all eyes on October.
Oh, beautiful. Watching a replay as they came back of one of Manziel's great runs against Alabama. He fumbled the snap, and he grabbed it back, threw a touchdown, passed in the back of the end zone in Tuscaloosa, and it was incredible. They were the one seed, the number one team. They would later win the national championship, but it was awesome. Peter, I'm going to give you two guesses of the two college teams I like besides Penn State. I don't really like any other Division I teams. The only team I kind of like in Division I is Auburn. I only like them when they play Bama. Maryland. Obviously, I like Montclair because I go there, but I was talking Division I. Trying to get out and sacked. First sack allowed by the young quarterback. Well, it's probably the offensive line, but he went out, and he's going to have to learn a little bit when to run and when to pass, because there are some times where he goes out quickly to run, and you got to just sit there and either take a hit or try to find a way to drill the ball. Lost 4 yards, so it's 2nd and 14 for King. King, shotgun snap. King throws over the middle. Got a man for the first down. No, just short of the marker. It'll be 3rd and short. And it was Caleb Chapman with the catch. He was the guy that earlier in this drive was targeted in the end zone. Handoff. Well, now it'll be 3rd down. That was 2nd down, I guess. So Kane just got the ball early, but wasn't able to get anything on it. Or no, that was 3rd and 1. They just missed the play completely. I think A&M is a little confused at the downs, maybe. They look to be a bit flustered. It's 4th and 1, and they're going for it at the 29-yard line. Under center, King, handoff, stuffed. And on 4th down, he doesn't even get to the line of scrimmage. It was a Kane again, so weird play calling, not putting in Spiller, but a Kane to get a yard on 3rd down and 4th down, and he doesn't get either. In fact, he doesn't get to the line of scrimmage on 4th down, so Kent State will get the ball back in their own territory as A&M could not convert. So this started out as a good drive, and it was saved at several times, but it amounts to no points because of the missed rushing play. A rushing play up the middle, and that went nowhere. In the shotgun, handing it off. 2nd down, and it's 3rd down. Xavier Williams with the tackle there. And Crum, or Xavier Williams was the running back, actually. It is Crum in the shotgun on 3rd and 13. As Williams was stopped behind the line. Crum steps up in the pocket. Sidewinding throw! First down, Kent State. Past the 40 to the 42 of A&M. The one team is ranked in the top 25. Is it? There's a throw over the middle, and that one is incomplete. By Crum trying to find the receiver and just missed. Top 25. My guess is Florida, and then my other guess is Duke. Hey, McDonald's. Good to see you here. I don't know if you saw me, but I was on your Fortnite stream earlier today. It looked really fun. I hope you had fun. Rush for about a yard, and 2nd and 10 becomes 3rd and 9. A&M's up 10 to 3 right now. And there's Sean Lewis, the head coach of the Kent State Flashes, the youngest FBS coach at 31. I'm back there to ask you anything. Yes. Is it Florida? And tipped up in the air. Almost intercepted. It will lead to a Kent State punt. A&M had a chance to pick it off. Just couldn't grab it down for the first turnover of the day, but it leads to a punt and Crum to the bench. I said, back to the sideline. I said, Trent, is it Florida and Duke? Flashes will punt. Nia Smith, that's Kent State. Nia Smith to return. This is a bit of a pooch punt, and it's going to take a bounce just at the 25. Kansas and Florida. Okay. Just like college football, I only like Michigan. I don't really like any other college basketball teams, although I will root for Seton Hall because I have friends who went to Seton Hall, and they are a local school, pretty much to me. If there is a team that has good colors, I will root for them. Okay. Yeah, I don't hate a lot of college Division I teams, but I usually don't really like them unless they're my team. Not like in professional sports where I have a good amount of teams that I just always liked.
Because that's what I do. You're always earning with 5% cash back on travel purchase through Chase. 3% of drugstores, 2% on dining, including takeout, and 1.5% on everything else you buy. Chase, if one would you.
But there are Division I teams that I just can't stand. There are a few.
I felt like I could take on the world. Get that clear skin feeling with our free skincare system. Proactive Sub clinically proven ingredients to clear skin, and they're dermatologist tested to be gentle. Proactive Solution, our original system for most skin types. Proactive Plus is gentle enough for sensitive skin, and there's Proactive MD for that stubborn acne. Subscribe today. Risk-free at proactive.com and get this free charcoal brush. Subscribe today. Risk-free at proactive.com and get this free charcoal brush. One day, Lanika came through the drive-thru, and I was like, "Hey, Lanika," and she was like, "Hey, I have this idea."
I love scanning my Chick-fil-A app. I love building my points. So I decided to redeem 50,000 Chick-fil-A points to feed a shelter. And I said, I don't think it's ever been done before, but I don't see why not. They were so appreciative. I never knew it was going to make that big of an impact. Their bellies were full, and they were so happy. I felt so good.
You're just such an awesome person. My pleasure. Today, things can be pretty unexpected. But your customers, they still expect things to be simple, and they want it all personalized. With IBM, you can do both. Businesses like
I might have surgery on my right arm. Why? Why would you have surgery?
And whatever comes your way, you've got it covered. Saving time and improving customer service. That's why so many businesses work with IBM.
Despite COVID, it was a fun SEC season last year with 10 games, all conference matchups. So through that slate, A&M was able to play 9 conference games. They lost 1 to COVID, but when it was all said and done, they went 9-1, including a beatdown of North Carolina. They finished in the top 4. Just their 5th finish in the top 4 in school history. They finished the year winning 8 straight games.
There's the famous border collie for Texas A&M, and Texas A&M, of course, who finished 4th last year, even though they were absolutely gypped from the playoff. And listen, everybody knew because Notre Dame got wrecked by Alabama, and A&M only had 1 loss, 51-24 to Alabama, who didn't lose a single game last year and won the national championship handedly against Ohio State. So they should know that this team's good enough. And if they can beat Alabama, this is a team that if they beat Alabama this year, even if it's 4 weeks in when they play them, they should be thinking, national championship, because then you're good enough to beat anybody. Here's a screen out from the 30 to about the 32 of A&M. Shoulder, I meant, but I play baseball, and one practice I went to throw like 200 feet, and I let go of I ripped my shoulder. Oh, God, that sucks. I was always trying to crack it by stuffing it up, moving it back. Well, that doesn't really help. You have to kind of ask. You have to kind of go like a doctor or something. Georgia got a huge 35-yard run. They have a 7-0 lead in Clemson, an upset there. Georgia, who is one of the 2 teams that are ranked higher in the SEC than A&M, although in different divisions, have the lead there, the 7-point lead there. And referees are reviewing something. I don't know what they're reviewing. I think Jimbo Fisher wants a review. I didn't see anything bad.
I think that we're trying to break into, as we have a replay review looking at a possible targeting on that last play when Anaya Smith caught the football.
Oh, they're seeing if there's a targeting against Kent State. So those who don't watch college football, I'll explain to you the targeting rule, because it is a very weird one that's only in college football. It's only really in D1, Division I football. And that's if you deliberately, and that's, of course, seen up to interpretation, if you deliberately hit another player, especially if they have the ball, with the crown of your helmet, the crown is the top like this, to helmet, you are ejected from the game, and I think you're suspended for the next game. So the ruling on the field is no targeting, but if it is targeting, it's 15 yards, and the defender gets thrown from the game. It looked like the helmet was helmet to helmet on the A&M player. Now, helmet to helmet doesn't necessarily mean it's targeting, but if it's the crown of the helmet, I'll watch again, he goes through on him. Yeah, that to me is targeting. His head moves back and he pushes through. I think this call should be reversed. Again, here's the rule on targeting. Dangerous hit involving launch, upward thrust, or serve strike, or forcible contact to a head or neck area. Play stands. No targeting. I disagree profusely. That should have been targeting. So no 15 yards, and Mussolino, who was the guy that would have been thrown out for targeting, stays in the game. I don't agree with the call. My arm when I throw is weak. Oh, that's you. I thought you had a legitimate problem, like your shoulder popped. Because I was like, then you got to see a doctor or something, or a trainer. 9:50 to go in the second quarter. 10-3 Aggies. King in the shotgun. King, hand off to that running back, will get to the 44 by a cane. He was the guy that was stuffed twice on 3rd and 4th and 1. 3rd and 1, 4th and 1. He's a speed back, but he got through for sure. 2 college football games, one on tomorrow, one on Monday. Yeah. Notre Dame and Florida State. And I actually forgot the other one. Right? They just had it. Maybe they'll say it again. It's a Monday game. There are some college football games on Thursday as well, but won't be streaming that. I'll stream the NFL. Sideway pitch behind the line, and that wasn't a great read there by King. King felt the pocket crashing, so he tried to read option flip, but he flipped right behind him. So Kane lost more yards than King would have if he just ran into the linebacker. So they lose a ton of yards there at 2nd and 12. Yes, I will be. I've been on campus all day long. I will be on campus for the radio meeting. Yes, I will be. So that is good to know. I know. There's a throw over the middle. Incomplete. A hit there on Weidermeyer. Also, if anyone is here, I know you're here, Thomas. If you are here, McDonald's, I know Trent and Nathan already know. I just wanted to reiterate that I will be next Monday, not this coming Monday, but next Monday. Tommy Campbell and I, you guys know who they are. We will be doing our radio show from the studio from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. live, which is really exciting for the rest of the time I'm in college. Here is King throwing over the middle, bobbled and caught. Anaya Smith, first down, Texas A&M. What a throw by King to air that out. And I'm dorming on campus, Thomas, so if you want to hang out, you could do that. But anyway, Anaya Smith, I don't even know if he thought he was going to get the ball, but he was able to juggle it and then grab it down low and just sit on his haunches to get the ball there down at the turf level. Right at the 36-yard line of Kent State. King in the shotgun. King, handoff to Anaya Smith. Will take a run for about 4 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. 7-point lead for A&M. Remember, their first game last year was against a pretty bad team, and they won, I believe the score was 10-7. It's not a game that A&M felt proud of. And then the very next game, they got drilled by Alabama, but they would never lose again for the rest of the season. So there's that. And they had several games, like in Auburn and LSU, where it was close the whole game against a bad team at Auburn, where they were trailing at the half. This is a run, trailing at the end of the third quarter. This is a run close to the first down marker by Kane and down. And, of course, A&M, who was the latest team in 2012 to join the SEC, are going to get 2 teams from their former conference, the Big 12, coming in next year. Big Oklahoma, who's in the top 4, and old perennial hated rival University of Texas. And I actually became an A&M fan after they left the Big 12, so I only know stories and video of the rivalry between A&M and Texas. I've never had to live it. Can we see your hat clip? It's too long to do it. I'll probably find another game to kind of do. Handoff up the middle. Kane close to the 20. Mark him at the 23-yard line. And it is 1st down, Aggies. I'm probably going to get some water at halftime. That's probably what I'll do as well. 86% of production returning from the offense is rushing yards and receiving yards. Passing yards, not that much. So you're going to see this team run the ball again. That's what they're doing again. And busting up the middle is a Kane, but he only got about 6 there, so it'll be 2nd and 4. Shoestring tackle, or he would have gotten the first down and maybe more. Young offensive line, so that's something to note why they're not reeling together a huge run. Because you would see like a bunch of 5-yard, then 10-yard, then 15-yard, and then a 5-yard, then a 2-yard run, and then a 50-yard run last year. That offensive line was as good as any in college football, but this is a lot younger. They're good, but they're young. King gets out of the pocket. King throws in the run, tapped in the air, intercepted. And ran back from the 10 to the 20 and leveled at the 21 by Weidermeyer. An interception, a bad throw. The first interception of the career of King. And the Flashes get the ball back. Still only down by 7. Hines Jr. with the interception. And just a bad throw by the young kid. And he threw on the run and thought he had Weidermeyer. Then a hit came because both receivers were jammed. And that's why the corner, Hines Jr., was wide open for the interception. 10-3, Texas A&M.
Like unicorn, casting, like.
Let me see your star. Let me see your star. I like it.
I think we're really giving off twin vibes.
It's giving something.
Sometimes you just gotta give the people what they want.
Mom and Proactive started working. I felt really empowered.
I felt like I could take on the world. Get that clear skin feeling with our free skincare system. Proactive's got clinically proven ingredients to clear skin, and they're dermatologist tested to be gentle. Proactive Solution, our original system for most skin types. Proactive Plus is gentle enough for sensitive skin, and there's Proactive MD for that stubborn acne. Subscribe today, risk-free at proactive.com, and get this free charcoal brush. Subscribe today, risk-free at proactive.com, and get this free charcoal brush.
Even at home, we explored all kinds of places, from couch cove to Mount Staircase. Ready to travel wherever your imagination might take you? Book an American Airlines flight on AA.com using your MasterCard, so you can plan your next adventure and start something priceless.
And now for our fans, the old college football update brought to you by Dr. Pepper. Of course, SEC football started on Thursday. Joe Milton III against the start of Tennessee. The sluggish Bryce Young today was dynamite. What'd you think?
Yeah, Milton looked comfortable. Josh Heupel is obviously going to be
Young, the quarterback for Alabama, he had a really, really good time today against Miami. He had a real great 50-yard pass, I think, for a touchdown. So the SEC has a lot of young quarterbacks, but they're all playing well. Kent State gets to the 29 with a good run by the quarterback, Crum.
doesn't look that great, but it's effective at times just like that.
And a shotgun snap. Crum hands off to the back and right past the first down, past the 30. Good tackle there by Peavy, but they get the first down. The big boy Peavy, one of the huge defensive linemen for Texas A&M, was a real run stuffer. I was going to sign up for football, but I didn't. Oh, getting out of the pocket and then getting a lot of yards on the run there was Crum for second and short, close to the 40-yard line. Crum in the shotgun, 2nd and 2. Crum throws over the middle, caught close to the 45. And Abrams is the guy that gets it, and now they are close to A&M territory, and there's an Aggie down. Oh, God. Oh. There's a defensive player down. And that is Tyreek Chappell, the freshman from Philadelphia, young defensive back. He is still down. They have got three trainers around him trying to figure out what's going on. So I'll take an injury timeout. 10-3 Aggies with Kent State with the ball just around midfield.
working, I felt really empowered.
I felt like I could take on the world. Get that clear skin feeling with our free skincare systems. Proactive's got clinically proven ingredients to clear skin, and they're dermatologist tested to be gentle. Proactive Solution, our original system for most skin types. Proactive Plus is gentle enough for sensitive skin, and there's Proactive MD for that stubborn acne. Subscribe today, risk-free at proactive.com, and get this free charcoal brush. Subscribe today, risk-free at proactive.com, and get this free charcoal brush.
The unstoppable spirit lives inside all of us. Don't let fraud hold your stock. With protective features like card controls and positive pay authorizations, First Horizon keeps your peace of mind the front of mind.
The summer was like 85 degrees and up every day, and I got headaches so easily. Oh, that's disappointing. I didn't mean that sarcastically. I'm just tired.
You know, marinades usually they take time, and you can tell that it was put together with love. My name is Meredith, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese is the oven toasted cheesy top layer.
Game's over. Nats were able to win 4-3. That is a gigantic dent to the Mets' playoff chances. Doesn't look likely.
Will you make me the happiest fan alive?
Coach, what do you force?
I thought we decided to stay. No, that's what you decided.
They don't even have a football.
The big day is finally upon. The question is, will Jay and Natalie cross the goal line as one?
Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve.
Peloton Plan Dance, y'all are crushing it on the leaderboard. Show some love. High five a friend across the country or right next door. Let's go, Peloton. Hit the mat for core. No ego, amigo? Modify if you need to. So many milestones today.
Yeah, you gotta go to camp or whatever. Not camp, but like, practice before school for football out in the heat in pads. So if you get headaches for 85 degrees just walking around, then that's not going to be good for you with pads then.
Thousands were affected by Hurricane Ida. They urgently need your support. Donate at redcross.org/ESPN to help the Red Cross respond to and help people recover from that just disastrous storm a few days back. Do what you can. These folks do what they can. They have turned out red, white, and blue, wearing the T-shirts they wore 20 years ago, right after 9/11.
Getting out of the shotgun, and there was a pass, a screen, but that screen got blown up. Absolutely. Johnson with the tackle and just stuffed the opportunity for Kent State to get good yardage. 2nd and 15. A throw over the middle, and was that caught? It was. 3 yards past the 50. 47 of A&M. But it's 3rd down. 3rd and 11. Shotgun snap for Crum. Crum steps up, throws over the middle, almost intercepted, but low, incomplete. It'll be a punt for Kent State.
You can throw it that hot, but if you throw it that hot, you have to have it on the body.
And he drilled this but high, and the idea was to get it right into the body, but it was too high, so it went off the fingertips, and then it's anybody's ball. And fortunately for Kent State, it hit the ground, but it's only a little fortunate that it wasn't picked. It's not totally, because they have to give the ball back, a punt. Down 7, though, they should feel good about themselves going to halftime. If they can stay down 7, A&M would love points here, especially because Kent State gets the ball to start the second half. This is fair caught at the 10-yard line. No, he thought he fair caught it. The ball went over his head and bounced to the 3 and out of bounds. So Kent State, incredible punt. A&M's at their 3-yard line.
Spencer, Raptors Day, how concerning that should be for Oklahoma fans, all coming up when you join us at the half. Thank you, Kevin. Big story here, making his first career stop. More on him. Let's go down to Dre.
3:20 to go in the second. The young quarterback has had ups and downs in this game. He had a bad pick, but he's a good rusher, and he did have some good passes so far. And we saw how good Alabama was with their young quarterback against Miami. Here's a handoff out of their own end zone and pushed it through. You're not going to see too much about A&M's offense, going crazy because they are a rushing team first. The Spiller got pushed down and started to yap with one of the Flashes players. I mean, offenses like Bryce Young and Alabama are going to throw the ball and they're going to put up video game numbers. But A&M, we saw it last year, they put up methodical drives, they run the ball a lot, and they do successful, but they just don't put up these crazy numbers. But they win and they win. Handoff, Spiller broke a few tackles. And not a first down, but Spiller did get very close to the first down marker on a 2nd and 3. Yeah, 3rd and 1, I think they'll give him. Yeah, it'll be 3rd and 1. 2:15 to go, but unlike the NFL, there is no 2-minute warning. Jimbo Fisher is saying that's got to be a first down. But let's see if they challenge. But there's no 2-minute warning. So once we hit 2, we don't have to worry about anything like that, like waiting. Here's a handoff over Spiller. Spiller, and what a great run to the 25-yard line all the way from the 13. He got a real good burst of speed, and the Aggies got some good yardage there. They've got 2 timeouts left, and they haven't passed the ball much. They haven't passed on this drive. Running backs in the backfield, but in the shotgun, it's King. King, protection, throws over the middle. Caught. Caleb Chapman with the catch to make it first down with 95 seconds left in the first half, and A&M up by 7. King in the shotgun. Right at the 37. Throws over the middle. Numani Smith past the 45 to the 44 of Kent State. And there we go. They moved the ball, and they didn't even have to use any of the 2 timeouts that they have. Kent State has 3. And a timeout was called. I'm not sure who called it. I would assume A&M because Kent State wants this clock to run. So they'll move it back to 1:15, not 1:10. 1:15 on the clock now. And Haynes King has had some good passes, but he also had that bad interception. But he also has a touchdown pass. He's really driven his team down here. Down closer to the end zone. And then that rushing ability on the 3rd down to get the first down for Haynes King. And Haynes King, to me, they're saying comparing him to Manziel. He's not Manziel. He's not Kellen Mond, though. He's Haynes King. He's himself. I know it sounds cliche, but he is himself. And he brings a bit of a facet of the mobile, crazy running, but he's also a good passer. He's just learning, and I think, and, if you can get consistent, I don't care how many touchdowns he throws as long as we win games. Got to win as many games as possible. Throw over the middle, intercepted again. Bad throw, but that wasn't great. That to me is more the receiver's fault because that ball was just tossed into the middle of the field, and the receiver was jostling with one of the cornerbacks, and that'll be the second pick of the game for King. This isn't much of a worry now, but in October it's going to be a problem when you play big boys like Alabama. Now with 1:09 to go, Kent State will get the ball right back. Hockey starts late this month. What do you mean? It starts in October. You mean the preseason? Preseason usually starts late. Usually starts like the 20th.
Love that a lot. But you see the zone coverage on the back end. It's really a kind of a fire zone trying to get pressure and play coverage on the back end for Kent State.
Getting out of a rush. Scrambling. We're going to get to first down. It'll be 2 yards short of the first down marker. Stop the clock with a minute to go. Now, Kent State has all 3 timeouts, and they are going to get the ball back.
3 timeouts left, a minute. You have a veteran quarterback that typically makes really good decisions. How about 10 to 10 at halftime? How would they feel about that?
Crum in the shotgun. Crum pressure. Throws. Almost intercepted again. But 2nd and 2 just turns into 3rd and 2. And that'll stop the clock with 56 seconds to go, which helps A&M. Crum in the shotgun. Crum pressured, gets out of it. Crum will race to the first down, get past the 50, past the 40, hauled down at the 38, and a flag comes out. I'm assuming this is against A&M because he got hit hard, but he was in the playing field as a runner. He was not a quarterback. Crum was a runner, so I don't know why they would throw the flag here. And you can't call, you say, oh, targeting. Oh, you can't call targeting. His helmet wasn't even touched. He was just brought down hard. That's not a penalty. He said possibly face mask. How's that targeting? How is that targeting? They just said it was targeting. His helmet wasn't touched. Oh, I see it now. He went low on the shoulder, and his helmet got nicked. But it looked like it was the knee. So we're going to get targeting. I will tell you, if they throw out the Aggie, but they didn't throw out the flasher, I'm going to get really angry because that was the knee to the helmet. That wasn't the head. I'm almost positive. So here Crum goes, close to the 45, going to turn, and then here comes the rush, and that is, that's head to shoulder. I mean, it's head to shoulder. It barely touches the helmet. It's a lot like I could see the head snap back, but to me, it's a lot like the play that happened earlier. No foul for targeting. Okay. Well, here's the thing. Here's what's good about that. So no targeting penalty. Here's what's good about that. We now know that the officials have a consistency because that's almost the same play that happened with Kent State. So they're not going to call targeting on that. They're not going to call targeting on the play before on Imani Smith. So the referees are consistent. They're not calling anything that doesn't look deliberate targeting. So that's something to know. Also, Kent State used one of their timeouts already. I don't know if you guys did know that. It'll be a first down because he got the first down anyway. Rush up the sideline and scrambling out for more room right to the 8 to 22-yard line. There was Bradford. Great rush there, and Kent State tried to hurry to the line. Clock's going to run now. It had to run when they stopped it. He gets the ball, pressure, throws to the end zone. Intercepted! Intercepted by the Aggies! And he touched back in the end zone. The Aggies finally get a pick, and there was nobody in the end zone but maroon jerseys. The Texas A&M Aggies force a turnover, and what could have been hellish coming to the end of the half ends up being great for Texas A&M. They escape that great rush by Kent State with a pick of their own and no points, and they will probably head to the half up by 7. O'Neal Jr., the linebacker, with the pick, one of the most tenured defenders on this. He gets the interception, and the Aggies stay up by 7. First and 10. And now the guy with the 1 touchdown pass for the 2 interceptions, the youngster. We should note that Kent State's quarterback is a senior, and A&M, although they are leagues better than this team, have a freshman starting in his first game in college football. They'll take one kneel down, and we're going to go to the half. Kent State's going to get the ball back. A&M only up by 7. Not a great showing for them, but they are kind of building out some kinks. This is building for a great season. 10-3. Texas A&M to the halftime would take the lead, have the lead, up by 7. After end of half one, Aggies 10, Kent State 3. All right, I will be back. Guys. Just gonna get some water.
Are in the NFL. So that's what I've seen. Dominant defense on both sides. This play right here, Chris Smith, he was a former cornerback. He's starting to get safety now for the first year since he's a senior. He started up high, came down low, had the pick 6, and this was the difference of the game.
7-0 Georgia leading at the half. The only points courtesy of that defense. Welcome inside our ESPN College Football Studios. Kevin Sam hanging with you here. Connor Samacho hanging with you here. That's one part of the story. How is the Clemson defense shutting down JT Daniels in Georgia?
Yeah, well, initially everyone thought this was going to be a quarterback versus quarterback battle. JT Daniels versus DJ Uiagalelei. But it's been a defensive battle. Brian Brazee, we talked about him from Clemson, a dominant defensive player. He has led that Clemson defense in dominating Georgia as well. The one difference in this game has been defense and turnovers. There was a costly turnover that Georgia had early on in the game, and Clemson got it. And then obviously that interception, the pick 6 that we saw, that's been the only difference.
Georgia has 42 yards rushing. Clemson, 1. Clemson has 1 rushing yard in the first half at 7-0. You can see it over on ABC. Meantime, we'll look around the rest of college football. The nation's number 1, Alabama. And we're going to talk about Bryce Young in a minute with John Mechie, the latest, greatest pass catcher there in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, absolutely. He's following in a long line of great receivers like Devontae Smith and Jalen Waddle and so on and so forth. Add him to your list.
As a former defensive star, Ancho, you watch Bryce Young throw the ball. What do you see?
I see calmness. I see poise. I see no fear from Bryce Young. Even as his first start, no fear.
And then third quarter, it's 27-3. 27-3 is the score. As if that's not enough, how about 94 yards here to Jameson Williams?
And once again, what a dime. Obviously, Jameson Williams is open, but what a dime by Bryce Young. And then Jameson Williams does the rest.
Any era of this Alabama team, whether it's here in 2021 or maybe back in the leather helmet days, they could win 44-13. Nick Saban and the Tide roll. Scoreless in the Rose Bowl between LSU and UCLA.
Yeah, last week we saw UCLA have a dominant offensive performance early on with Zach Charbonnet and Rick Brown. LSU has looked like the more physical team, but UCLA is playing physical style of football as well.
It's the second trip to California in school history for LSU. When we come back, we came into the season thinking Spencer Rattler might be the guy that's the odds-on favorite to win the Heisman Trophy. Not exactly a great start for the Sooners QB. You'll see it next.
It's Labor Day weekend. We're celebrating the amazing 30 years of Bob's Discount Furniture. 30 years of the famous Bob's Discount Furniture, mattresses.
Oh, all right, I'm back. I am back.
30 years of treasure hunting by outlets.
So not much to talk about or do, but I don't know.
With 150 Bob's Discount Furniture locations coast to coast. Come celebrate Bob's Discount Furniture's 30th anniversary this Labor Day weekend.
Empty fridge leaving you feeling unfulfilled? Fill it fast with the freshest groceries delivered. We have everything you need to get back to your routine. From peak season produce to chef-prepared meals. Try Fresh Direct and fall in love with fresh. Welcome to Allstate, where our new auto rates are so low, you'll jump the joy. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good deals with Allstate. Click or call for a lower auto rate today.
Is your bathroom stuck in an endless cycle of flush, stink, repeat? Ew. Better get Febreze Small Spaces. Press firmly to activate. And unlikely.
I can't. It's at halftime anyway, and I can't because of copyright. Where's my hat? Because of copyright. I will not be able to live stream again for 90 days. It's happened to me twice, believe me. It's awful. I hate it, but I have no option. But even if I showed it, you would just see commercials. It's It said it wasn't connected. Is it connected now, guys? I think it was. It is now. Again, still at halftime, so really not anything to do.
Thousands affected by Hurricane Ida urgently need support. Donate at redcross.org/ESPN to help the Red Cross respond to and help people recover from this disaster. Sam Acho, Kevin Connors here, Oklahoma, Tulane, huge expectations.
So I'll give you some updates while I see them live as well at halftime. Oklahoma was in a dogfight with Tulane, another team that they were supposed to blow out of the water. And they ended up finally finding their way against them. But they also have a young quarterback that did struggle. But their quarterback, Michael Pratt, for Tulane was real good in this game, but ended up losing 40-35 to Oklahoma. So that was a pretty big game by them. Then to show this game, a ranked 25 team, Louisiana Tech Raging Cajuns against University of Texas, the Longhorns. The SEC comer next year, and show Texas got a touchdown there, up 7-3, and then another big touchdown for them, 14-3. The past few years, Texas is really up their prowess at their football program. Deshaun Robinson got a touchdown for them as well, and Texas really started to take over this game as it went along, and they rattled Louisiana Tech by 20, 38-18. And there was a 21-ranked team against a 23-ranked team, and they blew them out of the water. Eviscerated them. Iowa State against Northern Iowa, and Northern Iowa hung around. They were down 16-10, and then Northern Iowa, they see a long pick, basically just threw the game away there. So Iowa State won 16-10, but it was they're seventh in the nation. They're the team literally right behind the A&M and only won by 6. So. And then the Penn State game, I don't really have to say what happened here because if you can read it in the chat earlier, Trent, who's a Penn State fan, already said, in Madison, Wisconsin, a big upset for the Nittany Lions, a 16-10 victory for Penn State. And they actually got the game-winning touchdown in the end zone in the fourth quarter and had a red zone pick to salt away the game against Wisconsin in the late in the fourth quarter as well. And I'm up by 7, as we said, 10-3. Still working out the kinks with this young team. Still here at halftime.
Courage starts with a risk. Defy boundaries and anything in your way. You have to defy. I became defiant.
Again, sorry if I'm very quiet. It's halftime. Really nothing to go over. If you guys want to ask questions, we can do that, of course. Talk about whatever.
You want the real deal? Like a good neighbor? State Farm is there.
Fansville is back, and everything has changed.
College athletes can be in commercials now. Dr. Pepper, it's the one DJ deserves. I want to be in a commercial.
Will you make me the happiest man alive?
Coastal University?
I thought we decided. No, that's what you decided.
I don't even have football.
The big day is finally upon. The question is, will Jay and Natalie cross the goal line as one?
The transfer all.
That's what's really hard.
Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve.
Here is a bit of wisdom from your Uncle Cooper. Tires exist on a spectrum. On one end, you got too much tire. On the other, you don't get enough. Both ends are rip-offs. You're either paying for more than you need or needing more even after you pay. If you want a tire that costs what tires should cost and does what tires should do, go right for the sweet spot. Go with the Coopers. Cooper.
The Live Better You program basically just provides the answer to the question, what if? With Live Better You, my what ifs were erased.
A ridiculous amount of it. Up to 2 years of incomes in the box. Legal deck is a perfect shield for valid. That's legal deck. The legit. What?
Check your mind.
Thank you, Alex Young, for the subscription to my channel. I appreciate that. I don't know if you're here, but thank you for the subscription.
Great Sunday night baseball matchup. Dodgers-Giants. Not only a great rivalry, that very well could be for first place in the NL West. Dodgers-Giants, 7 Eastern. Baseball tonight, Sunday night countdown gets you started at 6 Eastern on ESPN. LSU and UCLA.
We want to talk about Louisiana State, UCLA, since you like UCLA. I think, Trent, you said that. Well, let's take a look at them.
Yes, definitely. You saw the anticipation of this throw. Here we go. DTR with the throw. Dorian Thompson-Robinson, what a play.
Greg Dulcich's going to slip a tackle and take it in. So it's scoreless for like most of the first half. Now all of a sudden it's a 7-7 game in the Rose Bowl in the second.
And they got a 7-7 tie between UCLA and Louisiana State. Oregon, Fresno State. Tie game in the fourth quarter, 24-24, and Oregon gets the go-ahead touchdown against Fresno State, 31-24. Fresno State was really making it close for them, but Oregon got the win as they were expected to. San Jose State against Southern California. And how about that? USC, they're always known to have a great football team. They've regressed the past few years, but start again in a 30-7 thumping. Eastern Illinois against South Carolina. We're seeing some of the seats. South Carolina was just eviscerating Eastern Illinois. And I know it was like 30-0 the last time I checked. Might be more now. And they were getting rid of Eastern Illinois. South Carolina is one of the SEC teams that are unranked, but they may get ranked soon. The way they're playing. Still in the fourth quarter, 32-0 South Carolina. This team is not wiping away Kent State, but they have not let up a touchdown. It's 10-3 Aggies. Still at halftime.
Courage starts with the whistle. Defy boundaries and anything in your way. Get to the fire. Level 10 Defy. The new men's fragrance.
The unstoppable spirit lives inside all of us. Don't let banking hold yours back. First Horizon's digital banking features give you the freedom to take care of business wherever you find yourself.
Day, Lanika came through the drive-thru, and I was like, "Hey, Lanika," and she was like, "Hey, I have this idea." And I love scanning my Chick-fil-A app. I love building my points. So I decided to redeem 50,000 Chick-fil-A points to feed a shelter. And I said, I don't think it's ever been done before, but I don't see why not. They were so appreciative. I never knew it was going to make that big of an impact. The police were full, and they were so happy.
You're just such an awesome person.
Thank you.
And goes back, and everything has changed.
Will you make me the happiest man alive?
Coach, what university?
I thought we decided to stay. No, that's what you decided. The big day is finally upon. The question is, will Jay and Natalie cross the goal line as one? The transfer portal. The legends is really
Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve.
Philips presents One Blade, a thrill, an edge, a big shave. For every style, for your style. Philips One Blade, your style made simple. Together, we make life better.
The leap of faith. Some hesitate. You don't ask for what you embrace what's next with open arms. You don't question. You double down. Because you know the thrill is worth it. Introducing 2022 Telluride Nightfall Edition. In a relentless world, connected but alone, trapped by illusion. But there is another path where the battle to the bone begins.
991 405 or on the web at advancedbackpro.com for only $19.99. This does feel good.
That's what I've been saying. Think it was fair. It was fun. Copperfield, live limitless.
We are back in College Station. The Texas A&M Aggies, it's about to start the second half. They will kick off to Kent State, but it could have been real bad because Kent State had a chance for a touchdown and O'Neal Jr. with the interception. But the Aggies are up by a touchdown, but they will be kicking off, and they're going to need their defense to show up here. Early Kent State kind of tried an onside kick squib type thing, but it didn't work. Not the way they wanted it to. But Kent State's made stops. They've had the 2 interceptions. They've been good enough in this game. Good enough to win, but the Aggies have just been there. The problem isn't even losing this game. The problem is you don't want to just be there against Kent State when you need to beat teams like Alabama, Louisiana State, Auburn. Good teams, especially Oklahoma and Texas when they come in the SEC next year. Caught in the end zone, return past the 10, past the 15, past the 20, taken at the 22, taken to the 22 by the Flashes. And they'll get the ball back to start this half now. 95 rush yards for them, 130 for Texas A&M, 143 for A&M, but 70 pass yards for Kent State, 165 total yards for Kent State, 273 for A&M. A&M leading in every category, including the scoreboard, but only up by 7. Also, just wanted to bring you a baseball update. We talked about how the Mets lost to a bad team. Well, the Yankees just lost to an even worse team, a team 50 games under 500, Baltimore, 4-3. That was a comeback for them as well. Here's throw over the middle, tipped at the line. It's Petey again. He had that big stop before, and he put his big fingers up and swatted the ball down at the line of scrimmage at second down.
We knew we would be here.
Many, but he was one of them.
Better than 100,000 here.
But nonetheless, I mean, a defense that gave up 70 points in their last game, did Kent State's defense.
Shotgun snap, throw, wide open, got a receiver short of the first down marker. Now there is a penalty coming up. Let's see who this is against. A&M has had a lot of penalties. That's also cost them in this game. Let's see if that's against them or maybe holding against the Flashes. Ineligible receiver downfield against Kent State. So that'll make it 2nd and 15 as one of the tight ends went down the field and he was not supposed to be down the field. So they'll replay second down, but it's now a lot of no more yardage that they need. Also, back to the baseball bad teams beating good teams. Miami just beat Philadelphia today, 3-2 over the Marlins, over the Phillies. 2nd and 15 fakes that pass, and then got one right to their receiver. Is that Leach? Yeah, Leach. And he dropped it. So it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 15. 3 of 7 on 3rd down is Kent State. Leach will go to the sideline. See if he comes back, meaning they'd have to have a series not go 3 and out here. Crum gets the ball. He's got a good pocket. He throws to the outside. Got a man who was forced out of bounds at the A&M bench. And Cephas was forced out, and it'll be 4th down, and a Kent State punt is coming. Great defense there by the Aggies to kind of force the issue after the first down conversion that was wiped off for the stupid penalty by Kent State of the ineligible receiver downfield. Ineligible receiver. Also, Nathan, if you're here, wildcard watch. Cincinnati has a 5-4 lead over Detroit. Punt. This isn't a very good one. It'll take a little bit of bounce. Take it at the 40, but then it was run back down behind. He tried to reverse field. The Kent State defense was right there. Brought to the 31-yard line of A&M, so that actually kind of works well for Kent State.
Red, white, and blue Knights.
How about that? Yeah. What a scene this is. 100,000 people decked out red, white, and blue. It's good to have them back.
All the fans here are in red, white, and blue on A&M, and the logo is red, white, and blue. And, of course, that's because of Labor Day on Monday, but all the other events happening with the United States recently. That gives you a surge of patriotism, I would say. Handoff to Spiller, gets a yard. And that's all he gets at second down.
Jimbo Fisher, you want to get back to your calling card, which is your run game. Giving it to Spiller, giving it to Nia Smith. Your running back room is one of the best in the country, but it's about the offensive line of scrimmage that Jimbo Fisher, I guarantee you, wants to see more out of in this second half.
Now, the broadcast said as throwing over the middle and missing the receiver, it was Weidermeyer. Looks like the young quarterback's trying to force the ball. Now, I know the broadcasters just said, as Weidermeyer's a little shaken up, the broadcasters just said that Jimbo Fisher would want to see more from his offensive line. Now, this is a very young offensive line, though. A lot of freshmen. So that's why I think there is a bit of a lack of confidence when they throw the football, because all of that experience, went to the NFL. The best offensive line in football statistically last year. Ball at the 36, A&M's 36. Line of, first down marker is at the 50. 3rd and 9. Throwing over the middle. Got a man! Weidermeyer! Again, tried to force it, but this time it works. To the 46-yard line of Kent State. Jalen Weidermeyer, what a catch, and they finally got him clicking. Good play by King to just shoot that ball in there. It's a laser. The two catches that Weidermeyer's had from King have just been rocket ships, the way he's been able to blanket them right into his body. 12:55 to go in the third. High snap, but then given to Spiller. Spiller trying to get to the line of scrimmage, gets past the line of scrimmage, gets to the first down marker, and he either got right to it or he got it. And it looks like they were going to have him, but that was a good block by the wide receiver. He broke a few tackles and then used his body of work to push past the defenders. The corner had to step up, and even he couldn't get Spiller. The running game, run the football. You have to do it, and it's helped A&M here. It's set up the passing game, and it's gotten them to a spot where they feel a lot more confident. Never mind trying to score. They feel more confident about what they're doing. Shotgun snap, and they try to deflect it, but he got it to Nia Smith. Nia Smith, who's got a first down to the 21-yard line. 22-yard line, and that was King. Oh, there was a defender who saw the screen coming and tried to jump up and tip it, but just was able. Again, King has made some mistakes and, hasn't fooled the defense as much. They kind of can read his eyes, but you know what? He was able to get that ball precisely to the wide receiver to get the first down, Nia Smith, who also has played running back a lot here at A&M. Shotgun snap. They try to tip again. This is low, but Nia Smith's got the ball for the screen, and now they're saying it hit the ground. And that, again, they tried to tip the ball down, and this one was affected. It was a low throw to Nia Smith, and they said that he hit it hit the ground, the turf. Did it? I got to look at that again. It looks like it buckled a little bit. But they'll try this again, 2nd and 10. I'll tell you right now, if he goes to pass, Kent State's going to have coverage all over the field. I know it's annoying, but the play here is to run the ball. You got to set him up again. Run the ball is the play here. Hopefully you get a first down, but if you don't, you can at least set something up. You want to run the ball. Up the low snap. They'll pass anyway into the middle, only get 2 yards. That's why you run the ball. Nia Smith gets the catch, and it's 3rd down now. So they have officially entered the red zone. It's 3rd and 4.
I think that was one of the things that closed the deal for him to come here is
shotgun snap. It's King. King stepping up. King scrambling. King looking to run. King throws on the run. Caught. Nia Smith breaks a tackle. He got the first down, but there is a flag. Wonder if this is against A&M or against Kent State. It's against A&M. Holding for the center, so now they're going to go for a 3rd and long. It's Jameer Johnson now. I don't know if he had to hold there. He didn't have to hold, so that's bad. And it's going to cost A&M a lot. That's 3rd and 14 now. And that also is going to lose yards for the field goal if they can't get the first down here.
King can be an eraser for poor protection inside. Johnson needs to learn that.
King, hand off. And it'll be Spiller past the 20, around the 18-yard line, and that will mean field goal. Spiller's upset that he was taken down, but it will force a field goal, which would make A&M go up by 10. Seth Small will have a chance to kick a field goal. He had one of the field goals today. He had a 52-yarder against the Crimson Tide. That's his career long. This is a 36-yarder. It looked like it could have been blocked, but it curls right up the middle, and the Aggies are up by 10, 13-3 with 10:02 to go in the 3rd quarter. They're starting to push a little bit and try to separate themselves from Kent State. They'll give the ball back to the Flashes, but they are up by 10, 13-3. I'll be back.
Think premium can't be capable? Think again. Introducing the first ever AT4 lineup. Premium and capable. That's professional grade from GMC.
Welcome to Allstate. So we just lowered our auto rate. Like that, call you Aggies. Now get new lower auto rates with Allstate. It's better protection. Costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Make a call for a lower auto rate today.
Your mom's got it. She's having. She's using my Old Spice moisturizer with shea butter, and she's wearing my robe.
We're out.
Bennett, I think I got my fantasy nights mixed up. Hey, Bill. Yeah, I'm gonna go. You sure? Yeah.
Snickers satisfies.
Still waiting, guys, for the game to come back.
Look at the numbers. It clearly shows that what. Sorry about that. So as I was saying, the numbers clearly. So anyway, yep. Now if we. My late day routine? I don't know what he's talking about. We never had that conversation. Back to the. Absolutely.
Home is where college football is. So welcome home.
Only 6 wins and 80 tries for the MAC against the SEC.
The MAC. That's the conference, Mid-Atlantic Conference, where Kent State is in. And they have only won 6 times against SEC teams. A&M trying to make it 75-6 against the MAC. They have the 10-point lead. And the last win came in 2015 against Arkansas. A big upset there. Jimbo Fisher still upset as he talks to his coordinators. Yeah, they're up by 10, but it just seems to be a bit rocky as they know that this is just the start of a season where they're going to have to learn a lot about their football team. It was almost muffed. I think he wanted to run it out, but it was almost muffed, so took a knee at the end zone, so it'll go to the 25-yard line.
And where are they going to get it? Sean Lewis's offense is predicated on going fast. In order to go fast, you have to maintain possession. You're not running the ball well, and a lot of times it's just 4 down linemen for Texas A&M. They aren't adding to the box a great deal, but it's man-to-man coverage on the back.
There are the coordinators for Kent State. 10:02 to go in the third. And the Flashes have to get something going. 1st and 10. Ball at the 25. Shotgun snap, handoff. Yeah, they got a big hole going. They're going to run this around to the 44-yard line of Kent State. And a great first down pickup by Cooper. And Kent State immediately is going to try to snap the ball here. They want to get this fast. They want to get points. Hand off to Cooper. Now quarterback will take it. He only gets a yard. Good rush by the defense to find the read option. They've stuffed the read option. It's kind of seemed like when the read option for both teams, both defenses are on it. But when you just straight up run the ball, they're finding success. Kent State more so A&M, but Kent State has also had success with just straight up the gut running the ball. Shotgun snap. Cooper's wide. Sacked! They got him. A great defensive play and getting the sack there was Fadil Diggs. And there's a flag on the play. And if this is against A&M, this is a big problem, these penalties. Let's see if they call another face mask or what they would call here. He's not grabbing the mask. He's up high on the shoulder. If they call the face mask again, unnecessary roughness. What? An unnecessary roughness against the A&M player, and that wasn't even the one that sacked the quarterback. Jordan Leal is called for the penalty, a tenured guy that should not be doing that. And the sold-out crowd here of over 70,000 does not like that. A throw over the middle, incomplete. Running back Cooper fell down as Crum tried to get him, and it's starting to get testy here. You can start to see the animosity and start to see the real anxiety by both of these teams and how hard both of them want to win. Getting more and more respect as I watch Kent State. Didn't know too much about them, but I think some respect about them, the way they play, the way they handle their business. 2nd and 10 now. Shotgun snap. A&M rushes, trying to blitz this through. Running back, go ahead, hand off to Cooper. He reached for the first down, and he's celebrating like he got it, but his knee was down. I'm almost positive his knee was down before the first down marker. Now it'll be close. Let's see. Maybe not. That arm did go down. They said it was a first down. Makes the handoff now up to Cooper. They're starting to figure out that Cooper is the guy that's going to give them the most success to win. And he gets 4 yards on the carry, and that was the best carry in a while that A&M's played well. They played well, and he still got 4 yards on it. Crum shotgun snap, 2nd and 10. And they'll just pitch this one out. And made another play. Try to get to the marker. Believe he did. Johnson, who came from Syracuse to Kent State. Syracuse, who has really gotten better with their program, and it's first down. Ball's at the 23. And there's a flag on the play. We'll see what this is about. Cooper is going to get hammered out of bounds, and another penalty comes out because Cooper just got careened down by O'Neal Jr. I believe that was O'Neal Jr. So let's see if the first flag's against the second flag for sure is against A&M because the hit was vicious, and he was close to getting out of bounds. Let's see. It was a shoulder just hit. How's the game? It's a bit stressful because we should be blowing this team out, and it's starting to get stressful, but it is good. It is a good game so far. Texas A&M has a 10-point lead. Now, what happened was there was a flag as the running back was turning the corner. Don't know who that's on. But then Cooper went out of bounds. Cooper, who's been by far the best player on Kent State, and got hammered by O'Neal Jr. We know O'Neal Jr. is getting a penalty. The question is, who's the first flag on?
Number 67 offense. That penalty is 15 yards from the previous spot. After the play, personal foul, leg hit with targeting, number 9 defense. That plays on the further review.
Well, guess what, guys? This is insanity. I don't know either teams. I don't know Kent State, but I've liked A&M since I was 13 years old. So I followed them immensely, watched every game, every season for the last, 8 years? So, okay, so I know them pretty well. I know the team we're getting, although we do have a lot of young players. All right, let me explain what just happened. We got a penalty I've never heard of in my life against Kent State, which is going to cost them 15 yards. That's a leg whip, which I'm assuming went down. Now, O'Neal Jr., the hit, not only was it laid out of bounds, we're going to get our third targeting review of the day. Now, if you remember, the first one was on Kent State. They said it wasn't targeting. Targeting, for those who don't know college football, means that you hit with the crown of your helmet, like this, onto someone else's helmet with an intent. Technically, it's an intent to injure, and that means I think you're suspended for the next game and you're thrown out of the game. Kent State they were reviewing a targeting. They said it was no targeting, so he could stay in the game, and it was not a 15-yard penalty. If it's targeting, it's 15-yard penalty. If the second one was against A&M, but it was almost the same situation, and they said no. So this third one we'll see. Now, Kent State got 15 yards. So if this is targeting, A&M will get 15 yards. So they basically counteract. They cancel each other out. So you would have nobody would move back or forward. You would just throw the ball again, the same down. But the only difference here being, since would be that O'Neal Jr. would be out for the game, and I assume he would be out for next week's game against Colorado. So this is going to be an interesting call. Is Kent State's going to need this targeting because of the leg whip? So if he just straight up tackled him, not viciously, it would have just got the 15 yards. We wouldn't have this review. But they are reviewing now the targeting penalty. I just saw him. He kind of waited out and just body slammed him to the ground. But I didn't see a helmet. I'll have to see the replay when they get back to the game. And we got about, I think, 7:30 left in the third quarter. So we should have another quarter after that as well.
Slaps on the backside because he gets to stay in the game.
We missed it, but no targeting. Let's see it again. Yeah, that's head to the back, not the head. Head to the back, not the head. And this has been what we've been talking about. So no targeting.
So that job was well done. And then the leg whip by
So this should set them back again. I don't know why it says 1st and 10. And Jimbo Fisher's yelling at the referee. This is what I'm confused at. They had the leg whip, so why is it 1st and 10? I guess they're saying it was brutal enough that I don't even understand the officiating here. It's kind of interesting. Ball is at the 22. Crum throws over the middle. Tipped. Ball's loose, incomplete. And Johnson got hit by one of the offensive linemen of Kent State. It'll be 2nd and 10. Now, they are in field goal range, which would put them within 6 if they hit it. And obviously, they could always get the first down here or on 3rd down. And he just ramrodded him the way he threw the ball. Turnover here is what you want for A&M. Especially with the momentum there. White picked! It's picked! O'Neal Jr. intercepted it! Wishes do come true! O'Neal Jr. needs a block, and he'll score if he can get a block. He just needs one. He will get a block. Touchdown A&M! 85 yards, pick 6. He was the guy that could have been called for targeting. He stays in the game. 2 plays later, 85 yards later, he scores a touchdown, and it's 19-3 A&M. Wow. O'Neal Jr., and the only guy back was the quarterback. Leal, who was called for a penalty earlier in the drive, blocks the quarterback at the last second, and Neal Jr. scores the touchdown. And the Aggies will go ahead by 17 if this extra point is hit. And you betcha, 20-3, Aggies. As Neal Jr. goes 85 yards, 7:27 to go in the 3rd quarter, 20-3, Aggies. Also, thank you for the other like, the second one. Wow, how about that? Said you need a turnover. He gets an interception. I just needed a turnover to get out because the momentum that they had on the play at the end, that the drive at the end of the first half, where they were able to get an interception, and they had similar momentum here. Not only did you get an interception, you change the game. You get a touchdown out of it, a pick 6, 85 yards for the linebacker. That was a defensive lineman who made the block, and that was the linebacker who scored the touchdown. Wow is right. Changes the game completely from 13-3, where you had the offense right in the red zone to try to get within 3, and now you're up by 17. That's a defensive touchdown, and if you look at the conference, for the last 5 years, the best team in college football with defensive touchdowns is Alabama, and they've won the division the last 5 years. You need to come through for real. That's what needs to happen. And you need to score defensive touchdowns in this division and get turnovers. And A&M starting to do it. Yeah, I know it's Kent State, but my God, it's a real great play by James Neal Jr. to intercept the ball and run it all the way for the touchdown. Even though it is Kent State and they're supposed to blow this team up by 40, if they win, I'm going to have a great night's sleep tonight. I'll tell you, I'm a big college football fan to the point where, I like it sometimes more in professional sports. So where when the Aggies win, I usually sleep fantastically. And when they lose, I just don't feel great. I mean, sports isn't my entire life like that. I'm not always like that. But man, sometimes it stinks. College football is the least amounts of games in the regular season out of any major sport. So I think that's why I kind of live and die by wins and losses, unlike sports I like even more, like the National Hockey League. So I live and die by the Devils and some of the teams I like, but there's 82 games in the regular season. There's only about 8 to 10 games in the regular season for college football. So sometimes one-loss teams don't even get in. Sometimes undefeated teams don't even get in. But they're in a major conference, so if they can win the conference, they should be good enough to get into the playoff. This will be kicked into the end zone and a touchback.
Here's our first look at that play you're talking about.
Yeah, Leon O'Neal gets called for targeting right there, and actually a late hit, and it was not a one, so I'm not exactly sure where the late hit come from. That was overturned with replay, and then the interception. The extra hat in the box and that run pass option is a safety, Leon O'Neal, and he ends up making a really good play on that, gets underneath the slant route behind him, and then finishes in the end zone.
You know what I love? The Marvin Leal.
Yeah,
Number 8 at 290 pounds, leading the charge.
O'Neal Jr., they showed the touchdown again, and
we heard stories about him working that hard in practice. Sometimes he'll chase Spiller 60 yards.
Leo with the block, of course, and here's the throw on first down, though, and the big tight end for Kent State. So they'll get the ball right for a first down just like that. That's pretty good for them. They don't lose momentum, at least doesn't look like it. Handoff for 2 yards and then stuffed.
Not all interceptions are created equal. The one before the half take was horrendous. He just forced it on a double move and dropped through the safety over there. This one was a better play by Leon O'Neal than it was a bad throw by Brock.
Faking the handoff, trying to go past the line of scrimmage, and then the Aggies get the stuff. Just run down the quarterback Crum. It was Leach, the tight end, who got the ball before. If I didn't say the name and you were wondering, but it'll be 3rd and 6 for the Aggies defense. Shotgun snap. Crum throws. Incomplete. 3 and out. And it'll be the Flashes that are going to punt. That was a lot shorter. They thought they got the first. They actually did get the first down first, but then did nothing on that, and A&M will force a Kent State punt in their own territory. And Kent State punt in Kent State's territory. Wasn't clear.
.22 to go in the game, or excuse me, the third quarter.
Punt will be taken fair caught at the 16-yard line. So let's look at the top 10 on what's been happening. Obviously, Alabama, 41-13, eviscerated Miami. Oklahoma, 40-35, close against Tulane. Clemson is losing 10-0 against Georgia. Ohio State won 45-31, but that game was close against Minnesota. Georgia up 10-0, as we said. 20-3 A&M. We know that's happening now. A 16-10 win for Iowa State. A 49-14 thumping for Cincinnati. Notre Dame plays Florida State tomorrow. And North Carolina upset by Virginia Tech, 17-10. So they'll probably drop out of the top 10. A&M, of course, beating North Carolina last year in the final game of the regular season. Kellen Mond's final game as an Aggie in that great bowl game where they scored over 40 points in a second-half comeback. Here's a handoff to Spiller. Spiller takes it to the outside, is run out of bounds before he could shift gears to the first down marker, but only about a few yards short of that marker.
The game is coming when Texas A&M is not going to be able to run the ball to stay ahead of the sticks like they want to, and so they're going to have to get plays out of Haynes King, and that's what Jimbo Fisher is kind of building to, allowing King to grow up and work through some mistakes, and he had a couple of them in that first half.
Spiller, 13 carries,
King in the shotgun. Handoff. Spiller tried to get to the marker. He couldn't. And Jimbo Fisher looks like he understands what this offense needs to do because, again, broadcast is trying to say it, but yeah, they can't run against Alabama like you can run against Kent State. Although Kent State has had some really interesting and nice defensive plays here. And they just made another good one, another big stop to force 3rd and 1. And A&M in their own territory. They're 7 of 10 on 3rd down. Kent State 3 of 9, but obviously they have to make the stop here. They rush, and King throws in the run, and he's got a man. First down past the 30, and Smith. And A&M will move the chains. Now the clock is for sure your friend. I know you're not in the 4th quarter yet, but you still want that clock to run because you want to start making sharp plays, and that thing just keeps on stopping. There's not much to do with it. King in the shotgun, handoff to the outside, tries to gut up the middle. Past the 35, Spiller for a few yards. Give him 5, it looks like. Spiller is going to kind of go back to the sideline. He looked a bit gingerly getting up, but I don't think he was injured or anything. I think it was more just he was hit hard. So Spiller can get a bit of a rest.
This offensive line may have a skill set that's more conducive to that movement and relocating offensive linemen to a different point of attack.
Fakes the handoff, fakes the throw. There's the handoff. There's a Caney. A Caney to the races. A Caney broken tackle. Touchdown, Aggies! 63 yards. They finally got that big run. I was talking about how last year with the seniority offensive linemen, the big run was bounced off time and time again. It couldn't happen with the youth. Well, it happened with the youth. And Akani makes it 26-3 A&M. 63 yards. The throw is faked, and then he got the ball up the gut and just busted up the middle for the Aggies. Extra point. Right down the middle. 27-3, a 24-point lead for Texas A&M. And they are taking it to the Flashes. So you give the one rest to Spiller, and then Devon Kenny, who runs track for A&M. Came away with the sorry that there was a song playing. Who ran track with Texas A&M, came through big time there with that 63-yard rush. He runs the 100-meter in 10 seconds. It's pretty good. Runs the 200 with 20 seconds, both his personal bests, and that's the type of – it's sprinting, and he sprinted down the field and got the ball into the end zone.
Someone's going to be looking at number 6, and the cannon over there in the far corner is going to be going up.
Short kick taken at the 7-yard line.
And this will be taken from the 7, and wow, what a return. Out to the 34-yard line of Kent State. They got good special teams going for them. So they are still in this game at least a little bit with 3:42 to go in the third.
And he also told me that this is the fastest he's ever been after a season of collegiate track.
What is more impressive, Dre? Is it the 100-meter 10-1 or the 200 that you just talked about? Those both seem incredible to me.
To me, it's the 100-meter 10-1 because it's so fast, it flies by.
Yeah, incredible.
Throwing on the run there, and the defense comes up big again for A&M. Johnson, who's had a couple of good tackles, and he got Walker after Walker only got about 2 to 3 yards there. My battery's really low, so give me a second to get my plug, so I may miss this play.
Dre might be able to, but the two of us aren't here.
Second down coming up for Kent State. 4-man rush. Crumb running for that sidelines. No flags. A whole lot there. Aaron Hansford. We haven't talked really about. We talked about a couple of guys on the D line that have been suspended in Jackson and Clemens, but trying to replace, one of their best guys.
They must have made a stop on second down because it's 3rd and 7. Again, I'll be in the camera in a little bit. Just give me a second.
Buddy Johnson, that middle linebacker that's no longer there, leading tackler and a really good playmaker. But you also have Bobby Brown on that defensive line that was an anchor against the run. And so now you have James that's taking over that.
Rush up the middle. Aggies got him to the 40. That's all he goes.
And when you have all of these guys available,
So the Aggies come up big. Another defensive stop and another short drive for Kent State that ends in a punt. And Leal helped with the helped with the tackle. 4th and 3, Kent State punt coming. This ball is going to drop. Fair caught at the 24-yard line. The A&M 24-yard line.
Florida State from Doak Campbell Stadium, 7:30 Eastern Time. It's on ABC and the ESPN app. One app, just one tap. Florida State, I don't know. They announced the starter yet?
well, if you missed it, I certainly missed it because you used to go hang out in Tallahassee.
I did hang out in Tallahassee.
I don't want to hear the stories right now,
No.
but maybe you can tell me later.
I did. I did.
Your eyes are really lighting up right now.
Here's King.
King throws down the field. Got a man. Wow, to the 20. What a pass by King. And it's Caleb. Gotta learn this guy's last name quickly. Caleb Chapman again. What an absolutely precision pass. And it's a one-on-one coverage, and the corner was beaten. So to the 20, the Aggies are right in the red zone. This game was tense, and now they're just looking like they could run away with this thing. A handoff to Spiller. Broke a tackle. Got about 3 yards.
Looking ahead at this Texas A&M offense, as we see a player remain down, what is the condition and the ability of the wide receiver group? You have a really good tight end room. You have one of the best running backs.
And now there is a Kent State flasher down.
It was musical chairs. You had to move Anaya Smith because of injuries at the running back position over the running back. And there wasn't consistent production on the outside. And so now with Smith back in that role, agent zero, it's going to be interesting to
That's
see
Gus Goodall.
the receivers. You can see right there, volume catcher and Weidermeyer in the tight end position. And certainly you have Smith that's
I believe it was. Yes.
Hezekiah Jones is banged up. We haven't seen him tonight. Spiller can do more out of the backfield than receiving as well. So that's one area that the pass game can expand, is going through your running back a little bit. So more guys have to be more consistent at that true wide receiver position if Texas A&M is going to take that last and final step to ascend that SEC mountain, which is obviously Alabama sitting up there looking awfully good today.
Time for Texas A&M to build.
2nd and 7. Ball at the 19 now for A&M. This ball is tipped. It's picked again. It's picked again. And they will return it to the 34-yard line. Yes, this is a tip drill. And yes, this team's up 24. But for the freshman throwing 3 interceptions, and we haven't even played 3 quarters yet, this isn't good. He's got to learn from these picks. So an interception after a great drive by the Aggies. He's got to learn. I wouldn't say I was thinking, oh, Ken, put in another good. But no. You just have to learn. You have to keep on learning. He's just not played a lot. They had 8 turnovers last year. They have 3 tonight. Here's a throw off the receiver, the running back, actually, Cooper's hands, and that's incomplete. That stops the clock with 29 seconds to go in the third quarter. And the Aggies come through with a sack. Big sack on Crum. The defensive linemen have been the big boys that have been getting the pressure. And this is Jones who gets the sack, and it's third down. A&M has all 3 timeouts. Kent State has all 3 timeouts. PB also got a half sack on that. It is likely that we head right to the fourth quarter before they can snap the ball. That's what we're doing. Third quarter's in the books, 27-3. A&M, third and long for Kent State after they forced the interception. They just picked off the young QB of A&M, but they have found themselves in some deep trouble, down 24 and in bad position with a long field. After the end of the third quarter, Texas A&M 27, Kent State 3.
Hey, Rita, you can earn 3% on dining, including takeout. Hey, Kim, you earn 5% on travel purchase through Chase. Hey, Neil, you can earn 3% at drugstore. Buddy, I'm right here. Why you yelling? Because that's what I do. You're always earning 5% cash back on travel purchase through Chase. 3% at drugstores, 2% on dining, including takeout, and 1.5% on everything else you buy. Chase, make more of what you want.
Moment started working. I felt really empowered.
I felt like I could take on the world. Get that clear skin feeling with our free skincare system. Proactive's got clinically proven ingredients to clear skin, and their dermatologist tested to be gentle. Proactive Solution, our original system for most skin types. Proactive Plus is gentle enough for sensitive skin, and there's Proactive MD for that stubborn acne. Subscribe today, risk-free at proactive.com, and get this free charcoal brush. Subscribe today, risk-free at proactive.com, and get this free charcoal brush.
Subway has so much food. I ran out of time for the last day.
I'll take it from here. Sorry, Steph. Spokesperson briefing.
Wait, what?
Subway just upped their bread game with almost world-class bakers. Looking at you now. Gotta be fresh to be fresh.
How many people are in this?
That means freshly baked, new artisan Italian, and hearty multi-grain.
A commercial right now, so we should have. Oh, nice. Otani had a home run, 4-0 Angels. This guy's gonna hit the 50 home run mark as a pitcher. It's amazing. But we're close to the fourth quarter starting. We'll do the final quarter of the stream, and then I should see you guys on Thursday, I would think. Unless I make a video for the hockey predictions before then, but it wouldn't even be a stream. It would just be a video premiere. So I wouldn't really see you with a stream until Thursday.
At Carvana, we treat every customer like we would treat our own moms. With care and respect. To us, the little things are the big things. Which is why we do everything in our power to make buying a car an unforgettable
Hi, I think it's Nathan, but I don't know.
We treat every customer like we would treat our own moms. Because that's what they deserve.
stadium and some guys that are just new to their houses. As you talked about, a bunch of new quarterbacks. These are just guys in the top 10. Yeah, that was a strange. And the guys that replaced them were
Ohio State, Alabama, Clemson, Notre Dame, and A&M, all with young quarterbacks. Bryce Young has been fantastic. And how about the fact that not only do they have a young quarterback, but that the rookie for Alabama is going to play for New England. What a shot down the field to try to get about 40 yards back. And Crum just missed his receiver, but that was a good pass by the veteran. He just couldn't get it, though, and he was hammered also by a blitz. It was Johnson, and then with the coverage there. Great coverage on the one-on-one, and it forces a Kent State punt. We are friends. I don't even know if you're Nathan or not, because Nathan was here before, and he was normal. Kent State to punt it from around the 15-yard line, and this ball is going to be caught for the 45, taken at the 50, taken for the 45, to the 38-yard line of Kent State. Now there is a flag, and there is a flasher down. So we'll have to see what the penalty's about, as he kind of was jumping around and running around after he went down. We'll see what the penalty is about, and we'll. It is a penalty against A&M for holding. So holding probably happened around what, the 50? So put him at the 40, I guess. We'll see.
I'll save my calls to the next one.
Yeah, that's what I was going to tell you, by the way, on Tuesday. After I said Tuesday, I'll let you know if I'm still on the Florida State bandwagon.
Yeah, I see that.
Right. We'll play Notre Dame.
No Lane Kiffin, that will take away a little bit of the fun.
Yeah.
But hopefully, Corral will still get it going. Terrific talent.
1st and 10 for the Aggies. Am I going to do Georgia versus it's on right now? I'm not going to do it. I might watch it, but I'm not going to do it. Under center, handoff to the 50. I'm only pretty much going to do A&M games for college football. I'm just telling you as it is.
No, not whatsoever, because I just think it's time to make sure that Haynes King gets acclimated, feels all of it, has some interceptions.
All right, you're getting timed out.
Poor decisions, at least a couple of those.
And you know what? Because of that, I'm removing and I'm hiding because I know you have a main account. It's not that account. Screen there for Spiller. 1st down past the 40. Down at around got out of bounds at the 36-yard line of Kent State. So the Aggies continuing to move the ball and keep the pace going. And now there's another flasher down. This is Huntington, but he's helped up and he'll limp a little bit to the bench. So he should be ready for the snap now. But hopefully Huntington will be okay, and you never want to lose injury. Well, they still call it an injury timeout, so we'll go to commercial.
I like it. I think we're really giving up good vibes. It's giving us something.
The moment practice started working, I felt relieved and empowered.
I felt like I could take on the world. Get that clear skin feeling with our skincare system. Proactive Sweat Cleanse proven ingredients to clear skin, and they're dermatologist tested to be gentle. Proactive Solution, our original system for most skin types. Proactive Plus is gentle enough for sensitive MD for that stubborn acne. Subscribe today. Risk-free at proactive.com.
Who was that? Was that Nathan? Because Nathan showed up with his main account, Trent. And so then it was really? Well, Nathan was fine with his main account. He was really normal. And then his alternate account, he just came in and he's like, I'm not even going to repeat what he said, but he basically was like, Joel, just stop. Like, when are you going to be normal? I thought we were friends. And he said something else, and I just basically deleted all the comments and unminded him. And Trent, what have I said about you guys with alternate accounts? You can have alternate accounts. I don't think it's really necessary, but you can have them if you're normal. But if you're not normal, I'm going to unmod and mute them. I'm not going to mod multiple accounts for one person. I'm not going to tell you on here. It's not even your business, so you know. Right, and you can have alternate accounts if you want. Just I'm not modding them. Yeah, he'll go, that's my only account. And it's like I can go chapter and verse into 3 hours or whatever hour earlier when that you had your main account. And he was normal on his main account. Tell me to give him my account back. This is horrible. Oh, God. I don't even care. I don't have the time to care. Hi, Jared. How are you doing today? You a college football fan?
You could take it, Dre. I know you could. I've seen highlights of you D'ing people up. You can D 28 up. I can tell.
You said it, Kelly, not me.
King in the shotgun. Low snap. Got it back, though. King gets out. Throws to the sideline. He's got a man at the 25-yard line. It's first down. I'm a fan of North Carolina. Oh, wow. What a game in January, right? Whenever it was, right, Jared? Between my Aggies and your Tar Heels. My God. That incredible bowl game. And disappointing you guys lost to Virginia Tech. Thought you would have beaten them, but you guys should still have a good year. I don't believe we'll play them, but if we play them in a bowl game, I'll definitely stream it. I mainly stream hockey, but I will also stream the NFL and college football and a few other sports as well. First down, rolling out to about the 10. And a good throw over the middle by King just there.
Because they told you it was too late. Watch this one. It's right on the hash, even outside the hash. The timing was considerably better on the
And a great throw over the middle there by King really helped get everything go.
Little baby steps. Little baby steps.
King under center, throws to the end zone, and just missed his wide receiver, tight end, Jalen Weidermeyer, who would have gotten the ball at the flat in the back of the end zone. First game of the season, and it's the opener for A&M and the home opener for A&M here in College Station. They'll play Colorado next week. That's a big game, a good Pac-12 team. And yet another flasher is down. This is Shield Jr. right at the goal line of the end zone. Getting looked at by one of the Kent State trainers. And we'll go back to another injury timeout and go to commercial. 12:24 to go in the fourth quarter. 27-3, A&M.
Some people believe their abilities to trade secrets. These people at times of pressure or when challenged will often opt for the easier option. to avoid exposing their insecurities to others. But that's just some people.
In a relentless world, relented, but alone, trapped by illusion. But there is another path, where the battlefield alone begins.
The moment Proactive started working, I felt really empowered.
I felt like I could take on the world. Get that clear skin feeling with our free skincare system. Proactive's got clinically proven ingredients to clear skin, and they're dermatologist tested to be gentle. Proactive Solution, our original system for most skin types. Proactive Plus, gentle enough for sensitive skin. And there's Proactive MD for that stubborn acne. Subscribe today, risk-free at proactive.com, and get this free charcoal brush. Subscribe today, risk-free at proactive.com, and get this free charcoal brush.
The unstoppable spirit lives inside all of us. It's what drives Troy Morrison's passion for community, resilience, and determination